What's up, guys? So I just want to make a video for anybody that has severe anxiety issues or panic disorders. I recently, I don't even want to say recently, this was probably 6 months ago, I had my first real panic attack. And now I've had really bad, sort of anxiety episodes, you could say. In high school and stuff, I really had bad anxiety in high school. I spent a lot of high school actually doing cyber at home and stuff like that, and I went back for a year. It was sort of traumatic for me. I always had it, but whenever I came back for that year in high school, or those 2 years, it was so bad. I was shaking, my hands were clammy, I couldn't really think. So yeah, I've always had anxiety, but whenever I started college, I had the worst. It is an anxiety. It was a panic attack, and I didn't even know what it was. It was my human anatomy and physiology class. We were about maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks into school, and then all of a sudden I had it. I was sitting there, and I thought maybe it was because I hadn't eaten, and I had worked out that morning, and I did a heavy lift, and I got this weird, I just had this feeling that came over me, instantly. It came with no warnings. I just felt this hot flash over my body. I don't even know if anything triggered it. I think it was just suppressed anxiety from high school or whatever, or social, being around all these people that, are sort of my age again. I don't know, but it literally just snapped. And that was on a Friday morning, and I panicked, I freaked out, I had to leave the class, and I went down the hall to try and go get some food, because I thought, I was low on blood sugar or something, because I felt so lightheaded. I tried to fight it. I felt like I was going to throw up. And ever since, that happened on a Friday, and that weekend, I figured out what it was, and I was having it all weekend. I couldn't stop the attacks. They just kept coming because I kept thinking about it. I was living in fear of having another one of those. So anyway, I kind of was just reading through the internet, this and that, and trying to get information on it, because like I said, I only ever had anxiety. I never had a panic disorder like this. But anyway, 6 months later, or however long it's been since that semester, I do still have very, very bad. I'm sort of in this panic state. I've learned techniques and different things, and it's just gotten a little bit easier due to exposure to it. And now, it's sort of, I want to say it's kind of mild now, but I'm still sort of fighting it. I'm fighting it all the time during class. So I just want to let anybody know that if they're dealing with this, especially if you're in high school or college, and it's something you need to do, I just want you to know it's not just you that's alone experiencing this. It feels super isolating because everybody else in the class is able to sit there, and it doesn't feel like their life is ending. But for somebody that has a panic disorder or is having a panic attack, it just, you lose control. Your physical body just takes over it. It overrides your brain, your nervous system, and everything just starts firing. It's really hard to explain to people who haven't had it. It just feels like you can't catch your breath. Even your visual perception changes. At least mine does. I get super lightheaded. A bunch of blood leaves my stomach, or I think it goes to my stomach. I can't quite remember what it is, but my stomach starts to grumble so loud. And it's a long, long road of figuring it out and trying to make yourself feel better. But I can guarantee you one thing. I don't think, unless it's super severe and you absolutely need it to get through school or to be a functional human, there's no reason to take medication if it's not that. No, I kind of felt like it was that. I felt like I needed to go get medication because it was so bad and I was terrified. But that's not how you fix these things. That's not how you deal with these things. You don't just get to take something and it goes away, and all of a sudden you're healed. If you're taking something, you're giving something up, and that is the freedom for actually, finding a way to live with this, beat this, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just some stuff that I learned was trying to make it like a challenge, like you're bringing it on. I know that sort of mentality kind of helped me at first, but I think the biggest thing that helped me was just that I couldn't run. If you're experiencing it, don't leave. Just fight and try to stay in it as long as possible. And if you can, just finish out the whole class or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're in a social setting. Don't run, just stay. You'll figure it out. If you run, it's never going to get better. It's definitely never going to get better if you just train yourself to run. So yeah, guys, just know you're not alone. If you have any questions or if you have anything to talk about or any experiences, just drop them down in the comments, because I'd like to know what you guys have been through, what you guys have experienced, and just know you're not alone. So yeah, guys, have a good day.